Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa buddhang dhamman sanghang namasami. Hello dear Dhamma friends. I am Venerable Padithalave Medave from Thapoarana, Pasala, Sri Lanka. In our fast moving world, people often feel pressure to speak quickly, to, to respond immediately, and to avoid mistakes at all costs. But in the Buddha's teachings, there is a great wisdom in slowing down and pausing. Today, let us reflect on a simple but powerful practice, the mindful pause. This pause can help us speak with awareness, respond to mistakes kindly, and deepen our connection with the present moment. Today's talk is part of our ongoing series on mindful speech. We have explored themes like the power of words, the importance of kind and truthful speaking, and the silent strength of body language. Now we move deeper into the space between words, into the mindful pause. This is where awareness lives and wisdom begins. The Buddha taught us that right speech, we call it samavacha, is not only about choosing kind and truthful words, it's also about when and how we speak. Sometimes the most mindful thing we can do is to pause before replying, and when we say something incorrect or hear something incorrect, the usual reaction is never mind, forget about it. But the mindful response is different. Let's pause, notice it, and gently correct it. If I say it again, sometimes the most mindful thing we can do is to pause before replying. And when we say something incorrect or hear something incorrect, the usual reaction is never mind, forget about it. But the mindful response is let's pause, notice it, and gently correct it. By doing this, we create a mindful space where wisdom can grow. This is a story. Once there was a famous meditation teacher. During a retreat, he was giving a Dhamma talk. In the middle of his talk, he accidentally gave the wrong name of the sutta. The student stayed silent, not wanting to interrupt. But the teacher suddenly paused. He smiled and said, "Ah, I believe I just spoke incorrectly. Let me correct that." At the time, one student asked, "Bante, why not just continue? It was only a small mistake." Then the teacher replied, "Because this pause is my teacher today. It reminds me that the goal is not to look perfect, but to be present, honest, and mindful." The teacher replied, "This pause is my teacher today. It reminds me that the goal is not to look perfect, but to be present, honest, and mindful. He continued, every pause is a doorway back to awareness. That is the important thing. The students understood. From that day, they began practicing mindful pause not only in speech but in their thoughts and actions too. What can we learn from this simple moment is pausing gives us a space to notice when something is not quite right. Second of all, correcting gently teaches humility and openness. Lastly, responding mindfully helps build trust and connection in communication. As the Buddha said in Vachasutta, one should speak only what is true, what is beneficial, and at the right time. And sometimes the right time is found only when we pause. That is the very important part. So, you can practice mindful pausing in simple ways. Before speaking, take a gentle breath. If you notice a mistake, just stop and smile and correct it mindfully. If someone else speaks incorrectly, respond, but with patience and kindness. In daily actions, pause for a moment before reacting. These small pauses create mindful space where understanding and compassion arise. My dear Dhamma friends, life is full of small moments where we can rush or we can pause. By choosing to pause, we honor our present moment, we show respect for ourselves and others, and we follow the Buddha's path of wise and mindful communication. May we all cultivate the art of mindful pausing in speech, in thought, and in life itself as well. Thank you for listening. See you next time.